Hi, I'm Margie Kerr. Today's devotional is about kindness. I'll also speak to the power of prayer and bumblebees. My favorite Bible story about kindness has to do with the Good Samaritan. You probably remember that a Jewish fellow got beaten and robbed, stripped of his clothing, and left to die in the street. And two different men walked by, both Jewish, and then we even went on the other side of the street to avoid looking at him. But a Samaritan, who was an enemy and vice versa, felt compassion and stopped and bandaged his wound, put him on a donkey and took him to the inn, and even paid for his lodging. There's many verses about kindness and love in the Bible. Colossians 3:12, Paul tells his followers to clothe yourselves in kindness. Ephesians 4:32 says, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. But the best known, probably the most quoted verse would be the Golden Rule, where Jesus says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And he also, in another way, says, love your neighbors as yourself. For me, that's the essence who Jesus was and what he taught. Now, I believe in the power of prayer, and many of my personal prayers have been answered. At New Year's, I was praying to God and I was saying, please give me discernment of what you want me to do with my life to serve you, how I can use my time and my energy. And lo and behold, the very next day, a highly respected friend called me and he said, Margie, would you help me with a kindness campaign? I said, you got it, I'm in. Because you see, at Christmas time, I got a special gift from my youngest daughter, Amy, and it was an interesting book called Go Be Kind. Coincidence? I didn't think so. I think it's an answer to prayer. So we met as a little committee and we came up with a purpose, and the purpose was to encourage, recognize, and contribute to acts of kindness. And we are hopeful by the end of 2023, we will have recognized 223,000 acts of kindness. So that you can get your kindness act read and submitted, there is a website that's formed, and it's called kindnesscountsncw.org. And hopefully we'll have this in the skylines. Anyway, if you do an act of kindness, or somebody does something kind to you, or you read about it, then you can enter this on our website. The Wenatchee World, the local radio stations, and our TV, Dan Kuntz, have all promised that every week they will share some of these stories with the rest of us, so we can start reading about good things in the media instead of all the hatred and all the division that we've had for a long, long time. Also, the mayors have proclaimed this year the National Act of Kindness Year, from mayors from Moses Lake to Lake Chelan to Leavenworth, all over the valley. Acts of kindness will be going on. And finally, we chose a mascot to put on our signs and our flyers. And perhaps you've guessed by now, the mascot is a bumblebee. So I will be spending a lot of the next year buzzing around town with a sign telling everybody to be kind. And our church provides a wonderful way to do acts of kindness. This is a campaign just meant for us for participation, either as a group or individuals. There's many, many things we can do. And some of my ideas, number one is we could have every month, we could have an invite a friend to church time. And I know that I have many unchurched friends that if they knew that this was a one-off thing, they would come, and perhaps they would come again. Another idea is to have a letter writing campaign, and we'd all go home, and that week we'd each write a letter to somebody who's made a positive impact on our life. Perhaps they're still alive, maybe they're deceased, but we would write our letters, bring them back to church all sealed, have them blessed, stick them in a mailbox, and off they'd go. Another idea might be a honeydew sharing. There are many chores around my house that I don't like to do anymore, or maybe I can't do, and I'm sure you might have the same way at your home. So we could just share. I could climb up on your ladder and you could come and dig my pipes out, or whatever that would look like. And finally, an idea would be to partner with the residents at some place like Wenatchee Rescue Mission, where we both get together, we think up a kindness for the community, and it's something that we do together. So for centuries, people have recognized the power of kindness and how it's helpful to others, but it also has a powerful and positive effect on our life. And through Debbie's sermons about who Jesus is, I think we're learning that Jesus set the gold standard for kindness. And if we pretend or think we are followers of Jesus, then we shouldn't just profess our faith, we need to be living it. So in conclusion, I invite all of you to be kind. Thank you.